going through and the team collectively is going through right now? Like, what is it going to take, you think, for you guys to get through this, for shots to start falling and the wins to start coming back around?
I think we just got to keep trusting the process. We prepare for every game. Like, I feel like our preparation is pretty much perfect. We execute our game plan to a T almost, and the only thing we're missing is shots. Shots will fall. We just got to stay confident in each other, and the coach's game plan. I think we'd be just fine.
As someone who's played at a high level for his whole career, like, have you ever gone through a stretch like what you're going through right now? I mean, I know guys have ups and downs, but you're obviously a better shooter than what we've seen the last couple of games. Have you ever gone through a stretch like this before?
Obviously, it's all with the game of basketball. Like, not everybody's going to be, the player they want to be, or they might see some slumps, but ball keeps rolling. So, just finding different ways to be able to impact winning is, something that I've been able to improve on. And just be confident whenever it's time for me to shoot the ball or be able to attack lanes and be able to provide for my teammates.
Obviously, you talk about yourself. For the team, it's hard to call any game in January a must-win, but this skid you guys have been on, got 2 tough road games coming up after this. How important is taking care of business in this game tomorrow?
It's extremely important to defend our home court. I think it'd be an amazing turnaround for us to be able to get rolling a little bit, especially in conference play. So this, is a must-win game for us. I feel like we had a great opportunity to beat them at their place earlier in the season. So I think it'd be a great opportunity for us to, get what's rightfully ours.
I wanted to ask you about Tayson, just how he's coming along. I know he's had some issues with injuries this year, but what have you seen from him and his growth, and how close is he to being ready to contribute in relief of you and Bruce off the bench?
Just every day, you kind of see him coming out of the shell. Normally, Tayson's like a quiet kid, so just him being more comfortable around the team and around us, and coaches believing in him, putting him in certain positions, especially during practices. Like, you see the plays that you're making, and now it's just time for him to be able to make those same plays in the 30 games.
You talked about impacting the game in other ways. What are you working on to do that when the shots aren't falling, or you're not able to facilitate? What other things are you trying to focus on?
My game obviously is just being a leader. Coach made it a big part of my game, be like focusing on being an amazing defender, be really good on the ball, and help the bigs rebound. That's been some of my key stuff I needed to work on for this season. Just because, there may be games where I don't shoot the ball really well, or I'm not, turning the ball over. So just defensively and on the glasses, I think is where I really can make my mark felt.
A couple of your teammates said earlier this year after one of these games that your body language never changed, and you mentioned leadership there. How important is that, especially with young guys on the bench, young guys in the game, to see that you keep body language, keep doing those things you're talking about?
It's easy to lead by example, but it's easy to also say some freshmen see an older guy maybe struggle with body language. It's easy for them to go ahead and follow their lead. So it's been important for me, and I know for guys like Bruce and Jameson as well, to be able to lead by example and showing them that it's okay to struggle. It's more than fine to struggle, as long as what you do next determines the kind of player and kind of person you want to be.
Roddy, what do you focus on in a game when you can't get your shots to fall? How much of it is mental for you, and what do you do to overcome that?
Extremely mental, honestly. It's natural for somebody to kind of get into their head when they're missing shots or not making the right plays, but I say I rely on my teammates and my coaches. I give Coach Hogan and Coach Deaver and the rest of the staff, I give them all responsibility to chew me up, honestly. If they feel like, I'm not there mentally, or if I'm not focusing, I give them, full responsibility to be able to tell me so. And, having people on my team who can hold me accountable is really important for me, because I know that, I can make the next play. So as long as I'm focused and I'm mentally there, I'm locked in, I feel like that's just going to help us win.
And how important is home court advantage to you? You mentioned it earlier. With your guys' struggles on the road, what does it mean to be able to play here? What gives you more confidence here?
Just hearing Buckeye Nation go wild, you know, every time it feels like we got another player on the court. Just that atmosphere is you know, crazy. Even like, you know, we've been able to shoot the ball pretty well at home, so obviously that's a help, and especially if we get shots rolling on at home, I feel like it'll be able to travel with us when we go to these away games.
Roddy, how's your ankle doing? When did you first injure that, and when did it kind of start to blow up a little bit?
So I first injured at the Rutgers game. Just came down the road, like nothing crazy, but then it just been kind of like a nag. Kind of rolled into practice like a few days before the Team North game. But you know, we have an amazing staff here. Tony has helped tremendously, just, you know, getting me back on shape, back on the road. So right now, like, I have no problems. So, you know, just going along, making sure everything's fine, and being able to strengthen it as well as prevent any further injuries.
Coach Holtman talked about how you play to your strengths better against Michigan. Do you feel that way? What does that look to you like?
You know, I had a talk. I believe coaches have an unbelievable amount of confidence in me, but I knew that, you know, some of my strength is getting to the free throw line, being able to play out 2 feet, make reads in the paint. So just kind of getting back to that, and like, honestly, I felt like during the stretch, like, I kind of was forcing it a little bit, maybe, but just being able to get back to what I do best, driving gaps, getting to the free throw line, and being able to allow that to, you know, create other opportunities.
Roddy, this Penn State team leads the conference in turnover margin inside the conference. What have you seen from them in that area?
Obviously, they have a 2-guard front who, you know, are really aggressive when it comes to steals. We know Baldwin likes to back tap a lot. He likes to be aggressive when he's playing defense. So just being cautious when it comes to, you know, being able to shoot gaps and playing passing lanes. We know that, you know, sometimes they may trap. So just being able to practice those types of, you know, game-like plays. I feel like our practice team and our scout, our practice, our preparation, you know, provides a great look at that.
How do you think you guys are different since the last time you played Penn State, and from what you've seen on film, how do they look different?
I feel like because of that Penn State game, I feel like we have the ability to be able to close out games a lot better. Being able to stay locked in for a longer period of time. I feel like if you give us that same lead in the same circumstances as last time, I feel like we close out the victory easily. So I feel like that Penn State game was necessary for us to be able to experience something like that and be able to correct it. So, and I think with them, we've seen that they cut a lot more than what they were doing. Our game plan last time was noticing that they set a lot of ghost screens. So now they have kind of went away from ghost screens and, you know, went more into cutting. So, you know, just that's the beauty in scout, just to be able to find out different things that they have implemented in their games and system and try to be able to adjust.
I'm just curious, when you talk about you feel you guys are closing out games better than that, but you had a lead a couple minutes ago against Michigan and they closed it out. The same with Wisconsin, and you guys got the 10-point lead to 2 at Indiana and they closed it out. What are you seeing that makes you feel like you're better at closing out games compared to the Penn State game?
Just the experience that comes with, you know, being in those situations. Like me and Bruce are sophomores, we haven't really seen many situations like that. So being in that moment and, you know, realizing, and even going over film and seeing stuff we could have did better, is just a great learning process, if I must say. So it's just been amazing being in those situations and being in such a close game, and, you know, cutting the lead down to 2 or being ahead, and you can understand things you could have did better or things that, you know, we did good.
You told Adam that you have gone through stretches like this before, but is this different in college as a important part of this team? I imagine if you were having a poor shooting stretch in high school, you can just attack the rim and you even get fouled. Or, you know, is it different to deal with this at this level, kind of for the first time in your college career?
Yes, absolutely. I guess the level of talent is tremendously different. So like, just like I said, finding different ways to impact winning is important. Like, and just being confident in the next shot, honestly. I know that I got the confidence from my teammates, confidence from my coaches, so, you know, half the battle is mental, so just keep trying to, you know, fight that out of my head is, you know, something that I really worked on. And, you know, all I can do is, you know, hope for the best.
Thanks.
Thank you, Roddy.
Thank